Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm speaking with Max Satow of Noshows. The band has just released a fantastic new track called So Mysterious, and I'm super excited to talk to them all about it. Max, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
Great, great. Yeah. Pleasure to be
Nice.
here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, super happy to have you. This song is amazing, as I mentioned before we started recording. I want to get right into it. The actual like instrumentation of it all is super impressive, but I want to know, what is the song about? Like, what does it mean to you and what inspired it?
Right. So, yeah, it's basically, it's not any one experience I had, but sort of like, something that I think, has happened to me many times and many others, I think, which is like kind
Sure.
of, you know, meeting someone, someone that you're interested in and kind of coming up with this whole idea of like who they are in your head. And
Yes.
it's sort of like you'll project all this stuff and then like but like as you get older you realize like it's sort of all just like not all of it but like you just know that like at least in my opinion, like love at first sight isn't necessarily like a real thing. It could be, but the
Sure.
song kind of
I think we delude ourselves a little bit. And you're like, oh, they're so pretty. Like they have to be the perfect person. And then you build it up in your head until you actually get to know
yeah,
them.
exactly.
Totally.
Exactly. No, it could be better than you think. It could be the
That's
opposite.
true. I get it. No, man, it's an all too relatable sentiment, and I feel like honestly, it happens a little too much. So I get it. Glad you're writing about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
Yeah.
I just want to make this clear right now. Are you the only member of the band, or are there more people with you?
Yeah, so for a while I was like, it was just kind of a recording project of my
Sure.
own. Just me on Logic producing and writing some stuff,
Yeah.
Um and to a certain degree, like, all the material up to now, like including this song, I guess, in a lot of ways, like it was has just been me,
Oh,
like
okay.
my writing. Yeah. So like it's mostly me on production, if not all of it,
Sweet.
and upcoming like new stuff that I'm gonna write and release is more collaborative with the band.
Sure.
Because the band is a super new kind of thing for me,
Yeah.
but it's awesome and it's fun.
No, I mean
So
that just makes it way more impressive that you're able to make this by yourself, which is like outrageous. I know, like if
thank
anyone hasn't listened yet, they'll get it once they listen. But it's like I instantly imagine like 10 people in the background like doing everything to achieve that sound. Um,
oh,
do
thank you.
you also do your own production, I'm assuming? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do it all on Logic. Yeah.
It's
So
unbelievable. Okay, so this is like a main question that I had was there's a ton of different genres being presented here. And I know music nowadays has definitely leaned towards the direction of like indie rock is a little bit of everything and it's got jazz
totally.
fusion and this and that. And there's just like honestly, yeah, there's just a little bit of everything. But if
Yeah.
you had to sort of give the elevator pitch of what this is, how would you describe it? Obviously, there's no right answer either.
Yeah, I guess like the way I see it, I call it
Yeah.
indie hop music.
There, okay. Yeah, I
Know,
could see that.
give it kind of,
Totally
its
see
own
that.
thing, like sort of like, like indie pop mixed with hip hop, and that's those are kind of the main elements I think that I fuse, like, or try to fuse, and maybe a little dance as well, like,
Totally.
yeah,
No,
totally.
because it's like the song is long enough where it has moments to breathe and like there's cool like little instrumental passages where it just like it doesn't feel rushed. I know I'm like totally stroking your ego right now, but you deserve it because the song is sick. And like I
Thanks.
said, it's like totally what I listen to in my personal time. And I plan to like check out the rest, but it's just a damn good song like all around. So I have to know. I mean, you've put out other music this year, and you've got this song that comes out. And I would never want to rush an artist, but are you the type that plans ahead? One that's like, okay, I've got all these songs in the bank. This is what else is coming.
I'm totally that type of person. Yeah,
Okay.
I have a lot of other tracks, you know, that I'm kind of sitting
Yeah,
on, and you know, sort of still thinking about what my next move is after the single. I'm
sure.
gravitating towards maybe an EP.
All right.
You know, so I mean, I don't want
Yeah,
to
no, no, no. Yeah, I
any
don't want to
false
push you.
promises, but
I don't want to push you
yeah.
in the direction of saying what you don't want to say. All I'm saying is I want more. I think once people listen,
Ah,
they want
thanks.
more, and there's plenty to discover as well. Do you work on songs like one at a time, or do you kind of hop around and work on in batches? Like I can't imagine that you could like go back and forth. It just seems like a hell of a lot of work. But I don't know, man. What's your process like?
Yeah, I mean, my process is sort of like varied, I guess. I
Okay,
mean, I tend to, I mean, lately it's been a lot more hopping around and
sure.
like doing, you know, doing a little thing here, a little thing there, a little thing there, you know, because
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, at least for me, like I've realized like the best like way to get fresh new ideas sometimes is to get away from the track. It's like the step away from the
yeah,
track, you know, gives you that fresh outlook
totally.
of the track and you hear it differently, you know, when you work on another song. And
Yeah,
I've just been noticing that more. I mean, when I started, it was a lot more like, you know, obsession with one track for sure. And I
sure.
can't, you know, and I don't know if it's for the better or not, you know. I mean, because recently, like I maybe found a little more success productivity wise with like, you know, the
Well, yeah,
hopping
it's
thing.
tough
Yeah.
because I mean, I don't think people realize that don't make music is like you've probably heard the song 5,000 times over
Yeah,
and over and over.
that is
And
true.
honestly, you kind of need a little break, or else you're gonna go nuts and maybe abandon it. You keep second, triple guessing yourself, but like, is this good? Is this actually good, or am I just over it? You know? So I don't know, man. Everyone's got
Totally.
their own thing. Um, now,
Yeah.
this sort of goes back to the genre thing, but I feel like we've probably got similar interests in who we listen to. Have you found that who you listen to or who you're inspired by has any direct correlation to the music that you're making?
Oh yeah, totally. I
Yeah,
mean, huge. I'm a huge fan of like Tame Impala and like you
yeah,
know, Home Shake and
same.
like
I kind of figured.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right, right.
that
Kind of
makes sense.
falls into those categories. I don't know, but I also love a lot of hip. Like I'm a huge
Yeah,
hop fan for sure. So
nice.
like, you know, like I'll listen to a lot of different stuff, like, you know, like whether it's the boom bappy sound or like lyrical
Sure.
stuff or just like fun party
Yeah,
rap, you know, whatever it is. I'm a huge hip hop fan. So I always try to find ways to like you know, meld those sounds. And I think hearing a lot of different stuff, you know, like I try to make myself listen to random stuff like all the time, you know,
I mean
and
that's the way
weird
to do it,
stuff, you know, and it all
right?
kind of seeps into the process, you know, into
It's
the
true. I mean, if you listen to the same artist or even like small collection of artists over and over and over, chances are you're going to be making that music and it's going to come off sounding
yeah.
like a ripoff, but it's really not. Like this is a fully original work. And sure, inspirations come through, but like inspirations come through in everyone's music. So I don't know. I hear about a lot of people's processes where they're like, okay, I'm going to start making a song, but I'm going to stop listening to music completely. Like I wanted to have no impact on the music that I'm making. But personally, that's not the way that I work things. So say
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
up.
I don't know. Everybody has their thing. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, I could see that maybe doing, you know, maybe
Yeah,
doing something. I mean, for sure. Not personally, yeah,
sure.
I can't go a day without listening to music, but
Good.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah. If your process isn't broken, then like keep it up, man. That's how it
for
works.
sure. For
Um,
sure.
is there
Yeah.
something that you enjoy the most or that you look forward to the most when you're starting a new song?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, really like I think the thing I look forward to the most is like that moment where it really starts to turn into something that I actually like. Because
Yeah,
like in the beginning, like you know, you'll have reservations, or I'll have reservations on a track, you
of
know,
course.
when I first started. And I think one of the most enjoyable things, or like the moment where, you know, I, you know, that I like the most is kind of that moment where like if something starts out weird or it feels like it's not going to end up being anything, and then you like you just all of a sudden,
It,
change one thing, you drop one instrument out, you add one thing, and all of a sudden it just all makes sense. Like
totally.
those kind of moments to me are like probably the thing I look forward to the most in.
That makes sense. Well, hey,
Yeah.
listen, now that you're sort of in an interesting situation, you're going from solely making the music by yourself, and now you've included members of the band. Have you found that it's difficult to, not maybe the word's not sharing power, but like you have a vision for your music. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
your baby and now you're kind of opening it to others. Like what have been some difficulties or not of making music with other people compared?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. And I mean, what I would say is like, I see this as like my, I see myself as the front man. This is my
Yeah,
project. And I've been releasing, the music for a while, and it's been an ongoing project and
sure.
stuff. So like the way I see it is like, maybe I still, hold on to that power of maybe getting the
Yeah,
final say. But I love like, just the idea that different people can present ideas to the table that
absolutely.
I wouldn't have thought of, and that's happened quite a bit, like with some of the new
Yeah.
stuff we've been making, and that's so the power, I mean, the power dynamic has been kind of, a natural, it feels like a natural thing. And, good friends with everyone in the band, of course. So it's
That's
like
good.
we all, which is
Keep it up.
important,
No,
right?
obviously, can't be strangers. No, but you like in some capacity you have to be on the same wavelength. And
Totally.
they should also make the realization that like it is your band and you I think that you should have final say, but I think it shouldn't become a problem until it's a problem. So like don't even think about it right now. Save it for
Totally.
later and just keep doing what you're doing. But now
Yeah.
that you have these members, do you have any plans to play shows? Is it something that you've done before and that you're like looking to do in the future now?
Yeah, we've been playing quite a bit, like
Sweet.
around Brooklyn and Manhattan, and
Awesome.
we just did a festival in Westchester,
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
which was cool. Pleasantville Music Festival. Ex Ambassadors played there and
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
and
That's awesome.
some other. Yeah, it was a very cool experience. So we have been playing shows, and we're hoping to play more, and
Totally.
like yeah, yeah. It's
Is there
well,
anything coming up that you'd like to plug?
oh yeah, totally.
Bring
We're
it on.
performing at Purgatory in Brooklyn on the
Okay.
20th.
Sweet.
It's we're calling it the release show.
Yeah.
It's in honor of the new track, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Anyone who is watching this that lives in Brooklyn, feel
You
free to
never
come
know.
through. Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Very cool.
yeah,
Okay, so I can't even like so we're in August right now, which is wild to even say. Can't believe we're this
crazy.
far in the year. What I suppose is like the next year of your plans, if you have an idea. I guess like what are some lofty goals that you'd like to hit by the end of next year?
Yeah, I mean, like one of the main goals is, I guess, like, you know, maybe like finding a booking agent, like stuff like that, like
Totally.
just kind of solidifying more festivals, release more music, release a lot of good stuff,
Totally.
that people, I mean, that's like the most important, of course. Like I
Yeah.
want to keep releasing, and I'll definitely be doing that this year. And yeah, I don't know, maybe release some music videos too, because we don't have any like
No?
music videos out yet, and
Yeah.
um
I get it.
yeah, which is super, yeah, super important. So yeah, like that kind of stuff. Like a lot of it, the focus is on like, the live shows and trying to get a tour,
Yeah.
together or something, and
Work
just
it
like
out.
take it to the next level. Yeah.
Totally.
That's
Do you have
kind
a
of
song in the bank that you're most looking forward to putting out? May not have a name, but something that you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna crush once it's out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely do. I definitely have like, I mean, I don't know about any one. I definitely have a couple
All right.
that I'm psyched to release though. Like, and I think they're all kind of different vibes, and they all present, towards maybe some. So I mean, I'm sure there's crossover, but like
Yeah,
different types of listeners, like go into more hip hop territory. There's
yeah,
more like funk, like dance vibes too. So it's sort of like I have my you know multiple tracks to be excited about.
I get it. But
Yeah, yeah.
that's kind of the best part, in my opinion, is like for a band that is still on the come up, for a band that is still, like making a name for themselves, you've got this fun opportunity where, as creative as you are, you can kind of do whatever you want. You can do whatever makes you happy. You put out these songs that may, cover different genres, but then you get the feedback of, oh, I really like this part. And you can craft what the people like as long as you're still having fun with it. And so it's like, I don't know, it's like this creative process that never really ends. But you do what you want.
Totally, totally. Yeah,
Awesome.
I love that. I love that
Yeah.
about being an artist.
Yeah.
It's
That's awesome.
the freedom and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
man.
fun.
I've got a couple more for you. I want to know, what have you been listening to in your free time? Like, is there any even local bands that you can recommend, or just some like bands that you've been listening to? You're like, why are people not hearing these guys?
It's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I guess like I mean, I've been listening to, I guess I don't know that many underground artists. I sh- I I want to know more.
No pressure.
But in terms of what I've been listening to, I
Yeah,
mean, the new Steve Lacy album, I like that
it's
album.
pretty sweet.
I like the Joey Badass album that's out now.
Alright.
Um, I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out right now, and I just kind of like throw everything on the
Yeah, man.
playlist, whatever.
Too much
Works.
music, to be honest.
Yeah,
Can't no
yeah,
one can keep up. No one can keep up.
totally.
Um, I've got one more question for you. Basically, the question is for the person that is going to discover you from this, and for the person that's going to listen to your music for the first time, what is an opening message that you'd like to say to them?
Ooh, I guess just go into it with an open mind. Listen to the music with an open mind, and just have fun with it. Feel free to just listen to it wherever, whenever, and just have fun with it. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know
It's
what else
okay,
to.
man.
I mean, yeah. Just
There's no right answer. There's
if
no wrong
you're
answer.
if you're at a party, play it. If
I
it can be party music, it can be chill music. So that's what
I
I would
fully
say.
agree.
Yeah,
Fully
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Well, Max, I want to thank you so much for coming on, and let me please plug your music for you one more time. The band is called Noshows. The song is called So Mysterious, and by the time this comes out, the song will be out, and we will have links so that people can listen and follow along and share and do all that fun stuff. But I am personally invested at this point. I can't wait to see what else comes out. And again, I want to thank you so much for coming on and taking the time. It really means a lot.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. Like, super, super stoked.
Awesome, man.
Talk about it. So
Very
thank you.
cool. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to speak soon.
Thank you. Yeah, you too.
Awesome,
You too.
man.
Totally.
Take care. Bye bye.
Peace. See you, man.